The following review is going to be on the Studio Series Transformers Bumblebee Movie Brawn, number 80. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here once again, and today we're going to do a review on the Studio Series Deluxe Brawn from the Transformers Bumblebee Movie, number 80. First, as always, we look at the package. Now notice they moved the movie from down here to up here, so now it says Transformers Bumblebee, Transformers Generations, Takara Tomy, number 80. This side, it is Brawn with a deluxe class. Other side, and notice the UPC got moved to the back. And it is Brawn, big screen inspired, scale detail backdrop, Cybertronian Falls, 18 steps. And there's Brawn. Let's rip this guy open and see how strong Brawn really is. And now that we got Brawn out of the package, first we're going to take a look at the instruction booklet. It's red and black. It says Transformers Bumblebee Brawn, Transformers. Now when you first open up, it tells you take both weapons and you can put them on the back of him and combine them for storage. And then it's got transformation. And then when he's in vehicle mode, he can carry one as a drill and the gun goes on top of him. And then I'm going to take a look at both guns. So the first gun is going to be his long gun. And it's kind of like a copperish brown, I guess. And it's got pretty much molded, and you got the 5mm port there. And then it looks like a Titans turn peg here on top. And then you got a peg on the bottom. And then his other little drill bit is silver. He's got 3 drill bits. Again, that same color. And a 5mm port. And so what you do is it's got a little peg right there. So you can put both weapons together like that. And it goes in the back. You got that little port right there. And this is instruction on how to carry his weapons. And he looks pretty stupid. And then you can put the weapons in his hand, like that. Or you can use the drill bit as a sword. And those are for his weapons. Now, next you've got the Cybertron Falls backdrop. And I will say, which is pretty good, what they've been doing is Brawn comes attached to this piece. It is the same as the backdrop, so they didn't have to do this. This is the figure comes attached to, but Hasbro is actually using all the ink and duplicating it, so that's pretty neat. So you got this, and there is Cybertron Falls. We'll split it out so you can see what it looks like. There, and we'll put Brawn right here. And it says Transformers 80, Transformers Bumblebee Movie. And there is Brawn in his backdrop. Alright, now I'll put that to the side. Now we're going to look at the figure itself. Now I'd say out of all the Autobot Cybertronian modes, this is the one I think is the least G1 accurate. And it kind of looks like Juggernaut's head. And it's just weird how they have him with this bubble part of his vehicle mode. But we'll take a look at him. He's got a silver face and almost a different shade silver helmet. He's got the yellow and the green. He's got the Autobot symbol right there in front of the chest. And he's very like that alien metallic robot looking form. You got green down the leg. You got almost look like Bumblebee's feet with the silver tips. You've got gray and green on the arms. Not really a backpack, just the back of his vehicle mode cockpit. And again, not really no hollow spaces, but just a whole bunch of gears and servos. And I like them. Now, as for movement, his head can only go that much and that much. Not really up and down, but his arm does a whole 360 degrees. He's got, you can move it at the shoulder. He's double jointed on the elbow for transformation, so he does more than 90 degrees. And one of the few characters where you actually have hand rotation. Waist 360 degrees. Other arm 360 out. It goes out. You got the no elbow rotation. A lot of them have the rotation at the elbow, and this guy doesn't. You got wrist rotation, and then his leg. You can kick more than 90. You can go back more than 90. You can't do the whole split. You can go out that far. Upper thigh, not much rotation at all. And then you've got more than 90 degrees at the knee. And he's got knee rotation, ankle tiltage, and ankle goes up and down. So that is pretty much Brawn. And we'll just armor him up. And that is pretty much the articulation and Brawn. Now we're going to do some robot to robots with him. Now, trying to figure out what comparisons I want to do with Brawn, I've got just a few. First, we're going to bring in Optimus Prime Voyager from the Bumblebee movie. This is my favorite Optimus. So, Brawn is a deluxe, and he is a Voyager. So that's how those two guys compare. Next, we're going to bring in the Voyager Starscream from the Bumblebee movie. I know he's tall. Cybertronian mode. Then we're going to bring in Soundwave and Ravage, both from the Bumblebee movie, Cybertronian modes. So I kind of like Ravage and Brawn so he can fight. And then we're going to bring in Off-Road Bumblebee. That's my favorite Bumblebee so far. And they're about the same size, so they're small deluxes. And since I never had G1 Brawn, but I did have Outback, so we're going to bring in the original Outback, just pretend he's Brawn. And so that is how the original Brawn looked like in G1. And then he got updated in the Legion Titans Return line. So picture this Brawn with different colors. And that is all for robot to robot. Now to transform Brawn, first we take all of the weapons off. And the first step we're going to do is fold out the backpack. There, you fold this out. And then we're going to fold out the wheels like that. Then what you're going to do the arms is you're going to turn the arm, you're going to shift the arm like that. And what you want to do is there's pegs right there. And you got to get the hole right there. So you rotate the arm in. And then you got to try to get that peg into the arm. It's not the easiest thing, but there you go. And then we rotate the arm up. Fold the arm in. Again, what you want to do is try to get the peg into that hole. So, and it is, they feel like they're in. Okay, so then the feet, you want to take the feet over, and when you fold this over, you'll see this tab right here is going to go into that slot. So that folds into like that. And then you rotate this sideways. And then the other foot, here, we'll watch it again. There, that folds in there. Okay, and what you want to do is turn these, I believe, this way. Rotate the legs. Now what you're going to do is fold these up. Now, there's a tab right here and this slot right here. So you're going to try to do it best at an angle, and then at the same time you're going to put this inside the wheel. So you want to angle this, get that in there first, and then rotate it up like that. And then the other side, you do the same thing. You got the little tab right there in the slot, and then you just want to push that in. Here you go. And normally he's like that, so he's got a little grill, and then we'll show you the hole later. And that basically is his car mode. Yeah, and push his head down. So his head just stays sunken like that, and that is Brawn's car mode. So let's take a quick look at it. You got the bubble where the cockpit is. You got a little front grille here. You got two wheels here. You got green and yellow with some gunmetal gray. You got some there. You got some that silver highlights with the gray is the engine in the back. You got the two wheels in the back. The back looks pretty good. You got the Autobot symbol. Nothing really. That's his waist. And then the other side, same thing. You got some silver right there. There. Gunmetal gray. You got some detail in here. And the front grille. So now again, I call these the Tight Master pegs. So to put the gun on here, you just slide the gun in there, and that's how the weapon storage. And if you want to do the drill, you could put the drill in and then rotate this forward, and now he's a drill, which Brawn actually used in one of the G1 episodes. And you can rotate this around, and and he rolls pretty good. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels, and he is a space car. There you go. He's a pretty neat little figure. You know, like the writers had complete freedom to do whatever they wanted with the vehicle modes. They were given the G1 aesthetic robot modes, and since these never transformed, the inventors, or whatever you call them, had complete freedom. So this is what they came up with. Okay, now let's do some vehicle-to-vehicle comparisons. Okay, and our first vehicle-to-vehicle comparison, we're going to bring in Off-Road Bumblebee. This is the Jeep, my favorite Bumblebee. Then we're going to bring in a Voyager Optimus Prime. So you have a Deluxe Cybertronian mode and an Earth Voyager mode. And then we're going to bring in Voyager Starscream. So this is a Cybertronian mode and Cybertronian mode. So that's how those two guys line up. We're going to bring in the Hoverboard Soundwave Cybertronian mode. So that's those two guys. We're going to bring in Commander Claus Rodimus Prime, just the front of the car. And then we're going to bring in Outback and the original. So this is a Legends upgrade for Titan's Return, and this is the original Outback. Now Brawn was the same mold, just a different color. So just thought I'd bring these out here. And that is it for the vehicle-to-vehicle comparisons. Now we're going to transform him back. Now to transform Brawn back, we're going to remove both weapons. And then what we're going to do is pull this out and at the same time angle this to release this from that peg right there. Again, you got to angle it down and pull this out. And we'll take the legs, rotate them around, and these you just rotate. That pops into there. Do the foot and work on the other side. When you rotate this, you have this tab will go into the slot right here, like that. Put the foot down, and there is the front of Brawn. Let's move this up a little. And the back, or the top, you just want to pull these out. Stretch that out to the side. Pull this out to the side. You want to push the head up. Push this down, close the backpack in. It'll be these two tabs will go right in those little slots right there. Turn them around, straighten the arms. Now this is double hinge, so you just want to straighten out the elbows. Straighten out the elbows. And we've got Brawn back in his robot mode. And I do like him. Like I said, even though I thought he was the least G1 looking Autobot out there, I do like him. Brawn's a tough little cookie. He got a raw deal in the 86 movie. One shot from a Constructicon and he was dead. Spoiler alert. But anyway, I am glad the G1, the Bumblebee movie, brought all the G1 figures back. And I love how they're just making up Cybertronian modes, but at least they're trying to keep the robot modes similar. So this guy's definitely alien, robotic looking, besides the Juggernaut helmet. And I'm glad I picked him up. Alright, so if there's a link below to buy this on Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store, click on the link. It helps me a lot. Subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications so you know when I do new videos. We do toy sightings, we do Transformers, we do DC Marvel, we do DVD unboxings, we do all that stuff. Alright, so that's about it. So, Rodimus Prime saying, see you next time. Brawn is out.